I'm Reuters columnist James Saft. Mitt Romney's chances of capturing the White House seem to dwindle daily, but financial markets don't seem bothered at all. Not only have equity markets been buoyant, government debt's been stable, and both seem to be paying more attention to what's going on in Europe and to extraordinary central bank measures than to the election. The elections developed not necessarily to Romney's advantage, to paraphrase Hirohito at the surrender of Japan. He famously told wealthy supporters that 47% of Americans will back Obama regardless, consider themselves victim, and that his job isn't to worry about these people. His chances of defeating Obama in November are now down to 33%, according to Intrade. But since then, S&P 500 is up 4% and bonds are stable. I'd argue markets are being driven by QE rather than by the election. We're now in that golden period when everyone's happy. Europe won't explode, and the Fed is going to make us all rich so we can get people back to work again, or something. For this to persist, though, we need signs of an economic turnaround within the next couple of months. QE's done that in the past, but now is a lot different from the last few times we did it. In the past, the Fed has done QE when stocks were falling, but before the announcement, they've been rising. In the past, QE was done when inflation expectations were low, but now they're a bit higher. Finally, in the past, the Fed did QE when financial conditions were tight, but this time they're loose. All this points to diminished returns from bond buying by the Fed. We might get there, we might see the turnaround, but don't be surprised if this time quantitative easing disappoints.